So good day everyone. Now we will discuss our fourth lesson, comparison between rectangular prisms and pyramids. Now this lesson has four objectives. First is to identify the key characteristics of rectangular prisms and pyramids, such as its faces, edges, and vertices. Second, explain the difference between the formulas for calculating the volume of a rectangular prism and a pyramid. Third is to calculate the volume and surface area of a given rectangular prism and pyramid using the appropriate formulas. Fourth, compare and contrast the geometric properties of rectangular prisms and pyramids. Now, okay, first, let's define again a rectangular prism, a short vehicle from our previous discussions. A rectangular prism is a three-dimensional shape with rectangular faces. All faces meet at right angles. They are also known as cuboids. Now, a rectangular prism has a volume formula of length times width times height. Now, let's visualize a rectangular prism for better understanding. Rectangular prism looks like this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Then its volume formula is equal to its length times width times its height. Height. Then a pyramid, while a pyramid is a three-dimensional figure built with a base of a polygon and the triangular faces all connected together. A pyramid connects each vertex of the bases to a common tip or apex, giving it a typical shape. Excuse me. Now, the volume formula of a pyramid is one-third times the base area times height. Now, uh, if we have a rectangular pyramid, it will look like this. Yan. Now, kung i-dissect natin yung parts ng isang, ayun, for the volume formula of uh, a pyramid, it is equal to one-third of its base area times its height. Now, the height of a pyramid is this. Yan. Yun yung height ng pyramid. From here to here. That's the height. Then, base area, uh, depende siya sa kung ano yung type ng pyramid siya. In this case, it's a rectangular pyramid, so its base area is equal to its length times width, length times width, then times its height. Then, get the one-third of it. Height, length, width, times 1/3 4 divided by 3. Yan. Okay. Now, kung mapapansin natin, yung volume formula ng prism is equal to, this is for prism, let's use color red for prism. Prism. Okay. Prism is equal to volume is equal to length times width times height, while a pyramid pyramid is equal to volume is equal to 1/3 times length times width times height. Now, kung mapapansin natin, ito and ito is same. Meaning, if meron tayong uh, pyramid na may same dimensions ng prism, kung meron silang same width, same length, same height, sinasabi daw, para makuha mo yung volume nito, i-divide mo siya sa 3. Ibig sabihin, 1/3 ng volume ng prism is equal to the volume of a pyramid with the same dimensions. Now, paano natin to i-visualize? So, pwede natin siyang i-prove with this illustration. Then, this is for the back side. Yan. Kung meron tayong prism, we have this prism, then, paano natin ipapakita na yung 1/3 nito is equal sa volume ng isang pyramid? Or paano natin mapapakita na merong tatlong pyramid dito sa prism na ito? Now, pwede nating gawin itong illustration na to. I-connect natin itong point na to to this point. Ito. This, and this. Yan. So, if i-illustrate natin, paghiwa-hiwalayin natin yung mga nakuha nating shapes, meron tayong mga shape na ganito. I want to label this as 1, this 2, then yung front and back is 3 and 3. So, parang ganito yan. Yung top and bottom muna. Yung top and bottom is like this. Yan. Ibig sabihin, nakabuo tayo ng dalawang pyramid na upside down. So, dalawang pyramid na upside down or isang pyramid na ganito and isang pyramid na ganyan. Upside down yang sila. Yan. Upside down. Yan. Opposite. Then, etong 2 is pyramid na nakaganto. And yung other one, pyramid na nakaganyan. Then, yung third pair is pyramids na ganito. Yan. Or Yan. So, meron tayong 3 pairs ng pyramid. 3 pairs ng pyramid or 6 pyramids. Pero sabi dito 1/3, 'di ba? 1/3 ng volume daw ng pyramid is yung prism. Now, paano nangyari na meron tayong 6 na pyramid sa isang prism? Pero sabi 1/3 daw, edi hindi ba dapat 1/6? Pero kung mapapansin kasi natin, gagamitin natin tong eto. Kung mapapansin natin, kung ito yung height ng prism na to, ayan, using this, makikita natin na yung height nito, yung height niya is half lang. Yung each pyramid is half. So kung papag-add natin tong pyramid na to, makukuha natin yung 1 unit ng original prism natin. Pero meron siyang same dimension ng length and width. So, yan at yan. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong 3 pairs or 3 pyramids with same height, same length, same width na makukuha sa isang prism na may same dimensions. So, kaya doon nakuha yung formula na volume of the pyramid is equal to 1/3 of its length, width, and height. Yun. So, marami pang ibang proof kung paano nakuha tong volume formula na to. Isang proof, if meron kang isang prism, pwede mo siyang lagyan ng tubig, and kung meron kang isang pyramid na may same dimensions, at same height, same length and width, pwede mong isalin yung tubig sa isang prism papunta sa pyramid, at for sure, pwede mong ulitin yung pagsali na yun 3 times, and it will prove na merong 3 pyramid sa loob ng isang prism. And next, let's tingnan natin tong table na to analyze yung iba pa nilang differences and similarities. When it comes to the shape, prism, a rectangular prism have a straight rectangular faces with right angles, while a pyramid have triangular faces that slope inward to meet at the apex. Now, yung faces ng isang pyramid ay rectangular. Kung ito yung base niya, top and bottom, yung paligid niya or yung sides niya ay rectangular, yung faces niya. And this is always the case. Lagi at lagi, ito yung shape ng faces niya. Then, a pyramid has a triangular face. Yun yung first nila pagkakaiba when it comes to faces nila. Then, yung face nila ng isang pyramid ay nagmi-meet sa center or sa isang point na tinatawag na apex. Ito, yung nasa taas. Yan. Ayan. Then, ito yung triangular faces niya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Depending sa kung anong polygon yung base ng pyramid. Now, next. When it comes to its volume, the volume of a rectangular prism is the measurement of the total space inside it, while the volume of a pyramid is always 1/3 of a rectangular prism with the same base area and height. Ayun nga, tulad nung nasa illustration natin kanina or explanation. Last, the surface area Rectangular prism have a simple surface area that can be easily calculated by adding the areas of the faces. So, gaya ng sa discussion natin last lesson, it is a summation of uh, twice or summation of all its, the areas of all its faces. While yung surface area naman ng isang pyramid is mas complex yung calculation niya. Pyramid requires more complex calculation involving slant height for the triangular faces. So, kailangan natin kunin yung slant height ng isang pyramid, then gagamitin natin yung base length, and etc. And sorry for the cut. So, kailangan natin ng slant height for the calculation of the surface area ng isang pyramid. And para makuha yung slant height, kailangan natin gumamit ng trigonometry or ng Pythagorean, kailangan natin gumamit ng Pythagorean theorem. To get the surface area of a pyramid, kailangan nating makuha yung slant height. Pero bago natin makuha yung slant height, kailangan natin gumamit ng Pythagorean theorem, and that is for another lesson. Pero kung gusto niyo naman malaman or an added information, we can calculate it naman or pwede kong ipakita yung formula ng slant height and formula ng surface area ng pyramid. So, yung surface area ng pyramid is equal to surface area ng pyramid is equal to base area plus yung area of triangular faces. Now, yung base area, since ang pinag-uusapan natin is isang now, to get the base area, since ang pinag-uusapan natin isang rectangular pyramid, ang base area is equal to length, base area is equal to length times width. Now, yung area of the rectangular faces naman, lagi na area of triangular faces is equal to 2 times yung slant height na sinasabi ko kanina, length times slant height plus 2 width times slant height. Yan. Oh, sorry. I have a correction. One half of length times slant height plus 1/2 width times 1/2 times width times slant height. Bakit length and width? Pwede rin natin yung isulat na 1/2 ng base of the triangle, base ng T times slant height, tapos plus 1/2 plus or just 2 1/2 2 times 1 half times base ng triangle plus times slant height. Pero but since hindi naman always equal yung base ng area ng yung length ng triangular base, so ito yung mas appropriate na gamitin. Kasi yung L and width, nagko-correspond yan dun sa length nung rectangular base. So, sa illustration, ito yon. Yung kinukuha natin is yung area nito, which is length times height or slant height for this case, then 1 half. Since yung area ng isang triangle is 1 half of its length and height. Length times height. So, para naman makuha yung slant height, kailangan natin gumamit ng Pythagorean theorem. So, bakit Pythagorean theorem? This reminder is itong bonus information lang. Dito necessary na part ng lesson natin, pero it is fun to know, okay? Now, yung slant height, sa illustration natin, tingnan lang natin yung isang side or isang face ng pyramid natin. Diba, kung titingnan natin, ito yung, kung titingnan natin yung pyramid sa harap lang, ito yung itsura niya. Ito. And kung mapapansin natin, itong part na to, yan yung slant height. Ito yan, no? Yan, yung slant height. Or this. Yan yung slant height. So, kung magdadrawing tayo ng isa pang triangle dito, yan, mapapansin natin na itong side na to ng red triangle na to, which is yung slant height, is also the hypotenuse of that triangle. Now, kung magdadrawing tayo kung bubuuin natin, ito-trace natin, yan. So, makikita natin na yung length ng side na to is 1 half nung length nung base. So, 1 half nung base, 1 half nung base length. Yan. Then, ito is equal dun sa height. Para makuha yung slant height. And, alam natin, by Pythagorean theorem, para makuha yung hypotenuse, sulat natin yung Pythagorean theorem. C, or the hypotenuse, squared is equal to the sum of A squared, or yung isang side, plus B squared, or yung isang side. And para matanggal natin yung square dito, ay i-square root natin yung kabilang side. So, C, or the hypotenuse, or the slant height in this case, is equal to the square root of A squared plus B squared. So, kung lalagyan natin ng values itong pyramid natin, sabihin natin na meron siyang equal lengths ng base niya, 6 and 6. Then, meron siyang height na 6 din. Sabihin natin. So, input natin yung values. So, yung A natin, dahil, ayan, ito yung isang side natin, 1 half of 6 daw. Kasi 1 half ng base length is equal to 3. So, pwede natin 3 squared plus yung height na 6 is 6 squared is equal to uh, square root of 9 plus 36 or square. Now, na nakuha na natin yung measurement ng, ng slant height, pwede na natin makuha yung area ng triangular face. And yung area ng triangular face is equal to 1/2 of it of the base of the triangle times slant height. So, using this formula, 1/2 ng base, sorry, this is with the base times slant height. Let's substitute the values. 1/2 times 6 times square root of 45. Square root of 45. Yan. And it is equal to 20.13. Yan. Yan yung area ng triangular face natin. So, ano naman yung natin? Area ng or yung surface area ng pyramid natin. Now, so nakuha na natin yung surface area ng triangular face, which is ito, pero yan pa lang yung isang face. So, kailangan natin makuha yung apat na face since apat yung triangular face. So, pwede natin siya makuha na 4 times 20.13 and it is equal to 80.52. Now, pwede na nating i-add to doon sa surface area ng base or sa area ng base. And yung base natin is equal to length times width, which is 6 times 6. 6 is equal to 36. And add 36 to 80.52. 80.52 plus 36 is equal to 116.52. And that is the surface area of a triangle, triangle of a rectangular pyramid. Now with that, I want you to, or we have the last part, the real world applications of this lesson. A rectangular prism, it is commonly used in packaging, constructions, and storage. So, pag alam natin yung volume and surface area ng isang rectangular prism, pinaka-common natin siya na experience sa packaging or sa storage. So, if alam natin yung surface area and yung volume, alam natin kung ano yung best na configuration or ilan yung kasya sa loob ng isang storage. So, if alam natin yung volume, alam natin kung ganong karaming tubig yung pwede nating mailagay sa isang rectangular prism or gaano karaming small boxes yung kaya nating mailagay sa isang storage. And yung pyramids naman, it is pwede rin siya magamit sa mga packaging. So, yung applications ng rectangular prisms and pyramids sa real world, sa atin as common na mga tao, yung best application talaga nito is through packaging, storage, and sa pag-organize ng mga gamit, no? So, to test your understanding, we have 5 problems here na gusto kong sagutan nyo as your assignment and to test your understanding also. And with that, I hope na explain ko na maayos yung lesson natin. And If you have clarifications, questions, don't be shy to ask it in the comment section. Now, with that, that's all. Thank you.